Imagine this. I was at the fight the other day, Clarissa Shields thing. Obviously, my seat is bang right next to Shalom.
Right.
And I looked to my left, there's Todd DeBuff of like the head of Top Rank. I looked to my right, there's the head of ESPN America. There's big names in this row. And I look on my seat, it's just Savage Dan.
Right.
And I messaged Tiga, I was like, hey, this is actually like, I never have these moments, but I was just like, hey, this is hilarious, bro. Man's just like, is Savage Dan here? And he was just like, nope, no imposter syndrome. None at all. Go and fire somebody.
Right.
Go fire someone.
Right. Go and tell somebody that they're not doing their job properly.
Facts. I did it.
Did you?
Yeah, I said I'm on 15 minutes.
My brother.
Yeah. I went there, I was trying to get someone in and someone was giving me a bit of hassle. I said, you know what, I'm going to need your boss.
Right.
I need him now. And then it got sorted before he came. I said, you can stand him down.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
That is sprucey. I'm sorry. You need to do that. Do you know I don't have imposter syndrome? Because no matter what we say, tonight we're all in the same room.
Facts.
I understand what you may have done yesterday to get you to this point. I may understand what you might do tomorrow. I get all of that. But you see, tonight, we're in the same damn room.
Big facts.
Yeah.
I might walk out the room and be the most popular person after tonight. So then what does yesterday mean?
Right.
We're in the same damn room. I can't have that imposter syndrome thing.
Sometimes there's certain conversations that I might go into and there's like an element of like, or not even conversation, it could be work, it could be a job. And for a quick moment, I'm like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, little nerves, a little overthinking. And then I'm not gonna lie, very quickly, I remember I'm me.
It's mad.
I'm here for a reason. They asked me to come here for a reason.
And guess what, Chuckie? You was the first choice.
Right.
You weren't second choice. You was first choice for that role.
Strongly.
I mean, I did ask Dan for a ticket. He didn't get me one, but we move on.
Did you? Mm-hmm. When?
Oh. We're going to play that card, are we?
But what fight? For the fight just gone?
Yes.
Did I not give you a link? Bro, I had like 60 people there.
Link? Big man, I wish I had a link. I ain't got no link. I just got links on my phone, big man.
That means you must have asked me some time age before and then forgot that you even wanted to go and leave. Yeah.
This is actually what happened.
Yeah, he might ask you like 4 weeks before.
No, don't do that.
And then forgot until he saw
he
people
forgot.
there.
He wanted to go until now.
And then, do you know what he probably did? Then he's gone to message you and say, rah, like, hold on, he's gone to message you to say, yo, can I get a ticket? Then only realised that he'd actually sent it to you a month before.
So wait, are we not just going to ask me since I'm here? Or are we just going to have a whole story?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go for it. All right, so what happened was, I phoned Dan about the Eubank fight.
A month ago.
Oh,
a month prior.
Yeah. Well, no, did you hear that? I heard, oh yeah.
No.
Let's continue.
It's a different fight, by the way. A fight has nothing to do with.
He said to me, it has nothing to do with it. I then phoned back and said, oh, how did that go? You know, couldn't do anything about it. But there's another fight. I said, oh, who's fighting? It looked kind of lit. And he said to me, yeah, if anything, I'll get you tickets for it. I said, oh, thank you. Let me know when you've got the tickets. And here we are today.
You know it didn't go like that. You know, it was close, because it was beginning to think.
But I'm going to be honest as well, yeah. To me, that conversation sounds like, you know what, I really wanted to go to this fight. A man suggested another fight, don't know what the fuck's going on, who the fighters are, whatever. But you just say to the man, yo, yeah, all right, cool, just shout at me and let me know when you just... But you're not gagging.
You don't want to go.
I want to go.
But what happened is, couple man was there, and then you saw that, and was like, wait, hold on 1 second, I've asked my man if I can come.
No, let me show you, because if you have this, I have Sky. For people that have Sky, obviously when you press the home button, it lets you know all the big things that are happening. Some people are not privileged like that. So I consistently saw this fight.
Okay, fair.
So I was like, I actually know what fight you're talking about. And here we are today.
Also, can I say something? This is...
He said it was good though.
It was a good fight. Yeah, really good night. But it was I guarantee if I go on my phone and I look at when that was a phone call, innit?
So that's why you can
I can't track it.
Yeah,
you can't track
I
it.
can't track it.
I can't track it.
It happens still.
100.
And sometimes them shits just happen, innit? Fucking hell. More time, you know what? I'll ask a man, or I'll tell a man I'm doing something, and a man will say to me, yeah, you know what? Yeah, just shout me, man. Just pattern it up and shout me, I'll come. But I know, or I think in my head, we're just saying that, but that's gonna happen. But you know what though? I misjudge it sometimes, because sometimes no, that actually meant I'm genuinely coming this time.
Yeah.
Do you
I
get what I'm
think maybe
saying?
I might have done that.
Yeah.
I think maybe I might
Enough
have done
times a man
that.
said, what, you're going Manny? All right, boom, yeah.
Yeah,
what,
I'm
you're
there.
going Manny in 2
I'm
weeks?
there, yeah.
What,
Alright,
yeah,
cool.
I'm there.
2 weeks.
And right now, in that moment, I'm coming still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
we all know
2 weeks
there's
later.
a couple emails that's going to mash that up.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
like,
No, but let me
A
show you where
text-
this one's different.
a text is gonna
These
fuck
things are
that to
different, though.
bits.
You see a trip that you're in control of, it's like you might pull out of it because no matter what, everyone else is going, you're not inconvenience anyone. But you know when you're asking a man for a favour, you can't just be on his phone every minute. Like, I just can't do that. I just
Do you
ask
know
a
how
man
many
once and just...
people-
But it was a different favour still.
Do you know how many people shouted me for tickets on a late one, last minute? And I'm like, bro, I'll be real. I will get these for you, but you have to go. Do you know how many of them didn't come? I think there was
That's
there was
annoying.
like 6 people that didn't come. Next time, I was just like, bro, what's the point in running me down? Like, I didn't ask you to come.
Big man, I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you what, that is the most annoying thing about being a promoter as well.
Yeah.
Like doing the R&B events and that as well, that is the thing that just gets on my nerves the most because already now we're getting to that stage, these things are selling out, yeah? And so there's a capacity. And there's certain people that are ringing me and it's like, I don't want to tell them no, but I also have to be mindful of like, we've hit a capacity.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Okay, cool. I'm going to make it work or whatever. And then come like, someone will message like literally, the doors will open at 5 o'clock. Man will hit me at 7 and say, yeah, do you know what? I'm not even coming. Oh, I'm not. And then it's like, I've already just told a whole bunch of people that really wanted to come. No, I'm good. That they can't come. And it's like, yo, big man, I didn't even like, the way that people sometimes run you down to go to something, only in the end for a whole bunch of them to just not come, is just annoying.
I think they're insecure tarts. They just want to know that they can go.
I was just about to say that. Do you know what it is?
What do you weren't about to say that?
Do you know what it is? Yeah.
He was about to call them insecure tots.
You know what? It's just that
You're a liar.
Hey, you know what it is? Sometimes it's just that, innit? Yo, I just want to know.
Yeah, if it's on, can you put my name on the door just in case?
Right.
I do the just in cases a lot, but they piss people off.
Yeah, same here.
Now,
I'll be
the
like,
just in
yeah.
case I think is cool though.
Yeah.
Because that gives me, if you tell me, can you put my name on the door just in case?
Yeah.
But I know it's going to be an absolute roadblock.
Yeah.
I'm going to just tell you from the get-go. Do you know what? If it's one of that thing, then it's better that I just give up your name to
Yeah.
someone else because,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to...
Yeah.
I prefer that.
I
Then,
think I did that to you on Carnival. I think I just put it there just in case.
Yeah. That's, I mean, look, like, that, the just in case thing is always cool for me because I know what that is. I can maneuver around that.
Yeah.
But it's the running me down.
Yeah.
That's
Yo,
annoying.
what can you?
Yeah.
There's one person in particular, yeah, it's my brethren, but he's so annoying, bro. Like fucking hell, bro. This Don is constantly. Yeah. Then it's like, and he takes the piss with it, you know. I'm not gonna tell him no. So I'm not gonna tell him no. So him, can you put me +3? Cool, fine, no problem. Yo, this one wants to come as well. Can you put them down? Cool. Yo, I know it's a bit of a mad one, but can you put this person +4? And I'm like, big man.
You see me, yeah? That is why, because I have the same kind of thing. I have a ticket allocation for the fights and shit like that. And I'm very aware of when I've gone back to the same person 3 times. It's not always that I have a link, like as in like a link where you can go and pick your own seats. I have a thing where like I'll shout someone, I'll be like, all right, cool, I need 8 tickets, or run me 4 floor seats, or whatever it is. But if I go back like with different orders, it makes it feel bigger than it. I'd rather hit him at once, and be like, I need 8 tickets, rather than go, can I get 2?
Yeah,
can I get
one?
2?
Yeah, can I get 3?
1?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah, because technically after that, like, see, the can I get 8, cool, whatever, certain working dynamic and that. But this brethren, by the time he's done, you're basically saying me +25.
Yeah.
You're basically saying that.
You've
Oh
done
yeah,
a little build-up
this
to
one
it.
wants to come, that one wants to come. Listen, there's a reason why they ain't called me, because they didn't even have my number like that. So this is basically you plus whoever.
Yeah.
Just give me the round up number, and then we'll work with that.
What's the craziest number that you've had? Because I had this last week as well. The craziest number when you said, all right, you just tell me what you need.
25.
You had a 25. Well, I had an 18 on the thing. And I was like, in my head,
18?
yeah?
Do you know
I was
how much
like,
peas that is, by the way?
Bro, I said 18. I said, you can't phone me on fight day.
Right.
Don't phone me on fight. I don't want no issues. If someone can't get in, I don't want to hear about it. If someone can't get to the altar, I don't want to hear about it. That's 18. That's your problem.
Right.
I'm gonna do it, but that's your problem. I don't want to hear anything, and that's anything.
Right.
And he didn't phone me all day, so I
Okay.
was alright. Yeah, but as in like when I heard 18, I was just like fucking no. Like the most I was thinking.
How much is the ticket? How much was the ticket?
It depends on where you were, but they'll start from like 50 quid.
So okay, so 50 quid times 18.
Let's not do the maths because boxing will
Yeah.
fire me.
Not that it happened.
No, but no, exactly. But
Not
it's
that it
like,
happened.
it is that. Look at it like that. When you're asking me for 18 tickets, that's essentially kind of what you're asking for as well, isn't it?
Yeah, you've asked for money.
Yeah, you're asking
You've
for
asked
that
for money.
because it's a capacity. It's not unlimited.
It's not even that there's a capacity. It's that if you didn't have this link, you had to buy the ticket.
Right.
So you're asking for money.
Exactly. And if it's sold out and it's sold out in advance, that means that if you didn't take that, someone else was buying it.
Yeah. So you've taken money.
Right.
You've taken money from someone.
Shameless ask right now. There is an R&B dance happening. I don't know who's in charge of it, but can I also ask for money? I need a +3.
No, you're good,
H-Town's there. I need to go.
Hold on. Is this what I've been hearing about?
Brother, H-Town are there.
Someone messaged me about this yesterday.
Oh, that one. You're talking about that. Yeah. I can
Where
find
is
that for
it?
you.
Can you?
Yeah, that's in Hammersmith.
Hammersmith.
Who's there?
H-Town's there, bro.
H-Town, Genuine,
702.
Donnell Jones, 702.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare. When is it?
I think
to go.
I think it is the same day as our R&B dance still.
The way he let that out.
I think it's the same. Do you know what though?
No, we gotta make a choice.
No. Do you know why? Do you know why you don't?
What?
Because it's sold out.
Oh!
What's sold out?
It's sold out in a month with a month
What's
to
sold
go.
out?
My thing.
Both of them are sold out, big man. I still
Oh, that
gotta make
one
a
thing.
choice.
Oh, okay.
I still gotta make a choice. You trying to do the cool? I'm Chuckie. Oh, fuck off. I'm Poet. I'm going to both.
Hey, do you know how cold that is, yeah? That you have the axe
Yeah.
fighting with someone that plays the axe.
Do you know what the interesting
I
thing?
slightly want to go
But do you know what, Dan?
I can't lie,
Do you know what the
Chuckie's
interesting thing is though? Could be a guest.
There could.
There could be a guest.
Listen, don't say that. I'll bring H-Town. I've got more followers than on
Bro,
Instagram.
you need to really-
yeah.
The R&B party.
yeah,
I
think deep about what you're saying.
don't know nothing about. There could be a guest. I don't know though.
Chuckie, is it going to be behind?
I don't know what. I don't know. I
know
just
who it
don't
is.
know.
So why didn't you come with this off?
I know who it is.
Anything can happen. All I'm saying is, if there's an R&B concert and there's an R&B night,
Wait, let me see.
there
Let
could
me-
be one.
coming?
Let me
I don't
have a
know.
think.
I don't know nothing
Donald
about anything.
Jones.
I don't know anything
can't
about
be.
anything.
R. Kelly.
The moon is right and the stars are. I need
Ray
to
J.
see
Bring
Donald
Ray J
Jones.
Donald
Donald
Jones.
Jones might be one of the unsung heroes.
He's
you know?
the. Listen,
He's the.
No, there's a few,
I didn't.
you know.
What
See
you was
his
about to say?
There's
catalogue.
a few, bro. There's
his
a few.
catalogue is a mad thing.
Bro, the album with the brown cover.
Yes. Let me go. I'm doing it now.
Yeah, voice started even croaking towards the end. The album with the brown cover.
Journey of a Gemini.
Oh.
What?
'Cause I
Wait, you're gonna love
I'm a
this one.
Gemini, bro.
Wait.
Fuck! That's why this song.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, listen.
Listen,
Is there a life goes on that album as well?
Wait.
my heart is an album.
Wait, what's this
My
one?
heart. I'm listening to Donald Jones.
At this part, watch him down. Oh my god.
You know, I think that's my go-to R&B artist. You know, like if I could, like, I think that's the one I resonate with most.
Is he like a little bit more neo soul than R&B though?
Nah, he's
Nah.
R&B. He's definitely
You think
R&B.
R&B?
But you know what? Let me tell you this. Yeah.
He wears loads of brown. I just thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that still though. I like that resemblance still. I was seeing a girl at the time with her name begins with K. I just got my whip and I just put the stereo in the back. You know when you them time there when you put the flipping the bass box
In the
boot.
back, in the boot.
What? And I was running them rhythms as well.
Serious?
Wow, my god!
So you were doing the R&B
Just-
dance before you've done the R&B
I'm
dance?
telling you,
my brother.
I'm telling you, slow. Oh my
but I was more of a
God.
music soul child.
I was
you know.
waiting for the
Oh,
reference
music
because you
soul
said you was linking a girl that began with K.
Yeah, no, you
I
wouldn't
thought you was
even
gonna bring it home. 'Cause I'm like, I couldn't work out why you said that.
Oh no. I'm
Like,
not-
yeah,
I don't even want to open that one.
I thought you was gonna land it.
I don't even want to open that one.
Something tells me that's a whole kind of beat. She don't even.
I don't even want to open that one.
Oi.
Oh jeez, this is just off one album, by the way.
I
Portrait
know
of a
that's
Woman.
what's scary, you know.
And then you start going back to the old
Go,
stuff.
My Heart.
It's in the park.
Oh my! Do you know I got footage of Poet? Yeah. That was it. The second R&B dance. I played this one. Poet was having a.
Bro, you know I will cry. I'll be on my knees, bro.
Huh?
Like, I will cry.
He got on his knees. I swear on my life.
I don't wanna bore. Brother, I can't lie to you. Do you know when you have a connection to a song like that? It's usually around the female. There was one girl. Oh, fuck off, man. Shorty got what?
Watch him now. Oh Jesus, crispy. Sorry, Bambada.
Forget it, man. Forget it. Don't know.
Hey, honestly.
Even Yearning was a track. In the Hood. He came out with In the Hood.
Yeah.
That is a banger,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Bro, In the Hood.
Yearning for your love. Baby, I'm yearning. I don't even know what yearning meant at the time. But I was yearning for this girl's love. Fuck. A real guy, man.
Jesus Christ.
No, but honestly, R&B is actually wavy. It's actually so
The
wavy.
best.
Nah.
Hey, you know,
man.
listen. People
Don't
need
play
to put
with
more respect
Donnell,
on
you
him,
know.
you know. Like that is one of the best ever.
Yeah, you know what it is when we talk about like R&B, like people, if you have like a proper conversation about it, people will mention his name, yeah. But more time, you might just go Genuine, you go to R. Kelly, you know what I mean? You say
Usher.
Joe, Usher.
I think they say Joe in the same place that they say
Donnell.
Donnell Jones.
Yeah. Well, you can't rap with Joe. What? Don't even make me do this now, bro.
Joe's thing is ridiculous.
Joe's thing is mad.
That's a Swedish number.
All the things your man won't do.
Listen,
That's a lot
Man
of stuff,
said
you know?
all the things
Bro,
your man won't do.
listen.
What's that?
The tunes he had. You see Joe? I went to watch Joe in Hammersmith.
Oh, I was there.
I lost my mind, bro.
I was there, bro.
Shit.
I was there. I remember you. Good girls. Watch him now. Jesus, crispy blood.
Bro, you see slow jams?
Oh shit.
What have you found?
Nah, go on.
Bro, I just think they can heal the world.
100%.
I think we need slow jams in Parliament.
Oh my god. Listen, let me tell you something. Had them lot have been playing slow jams around the time that Liz Truss came in,
Yes.
we would have stabilised the country.
Bro, this country is dying out for slow jams.
100%.
Crying out, not dying out.
Basically, we're saying that the country would have benefited if slow jams was played in Parliament.
On the way in.
100%. This country is so fast paced because it's so cold. You feel the need to do everything quickly. Hence the reasons why Liz Truss is there for 44 days. You fling a little Donnell Jones in the equation.
She's there for minimum 89.
What's the
Minimum.
average? What's the BPM on a slow jam? The average.
The BPM is on average.
It's gotta be like 80.
No, do you know what? No. So it's literally a lot of them are around like 125, but the slower side.
Double time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. you're going
So
double
man
time,
could just
yeah.
do a gigs verse on it.
Yeah.
So like,
Bro, 80 is slow, you know.
let's
80s.
Donnell's is quite a lot of Donnell's is 80, but let's just say for example, let me go to Genuine quickly. Yeah.
There's gotta be something, like some kind of correlation between fast music and governments.
Yeah.
Governments.
Because you know what, that would explain a lot that's happening in Jamaica, boy. Our government's a mad thing, fam.
Still probably better than the UK.
No, I'm telling you,
Huh?
we'll get to that in a minute.
Everything's better than the UK, boy.
But this is like 130, you know.
It's 130.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not, it's 65.
It's 430, you know.
Yeah.
That's
See it
cold.
there? It's mad.
That
But
is
they're
cold.
all around there. Lovers and friends and that. That's 70.
Damn.
Lovers and Friends
Is
is
it
such
70?
a rude boy.
Oh, you see that?
man.
So you can do a grime.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, we'll watch
You
it.
used to do grandpas back in the day.
Oh.
What? It was Heat FM. It became Heat FM. Where's Chris J? For 1 second, it became Heat FM. I can't believe this. Everyone's shoulders like this.
Trust
love
me.
it.
Bro, that's you.
It's mad.
That's you, Jordy. That's you. That is you, bro.
Jordy's energy.
Someone go on there. We need the grime don or whatever to go on there and bar that off to bits.
I want D double.
Oh. But the-
But-
wait,
oh.
one second.
It's
But
a
the-
mental. It's a oh.
Think you're a bad boy 'cause you go gym. Think you're a bad boy because you go gym.
You know what I'm saying?
It will go.
It's
It
gone.
will go.
It's gone.
What?
What's they did fucking froggish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. Mad. But anyway, slow jams to heal the world and that. How's the man then? Good?
Alive.
But there's life, there's hope. I had the kids, that was nice.
Yeah.
It always makes me chill.
Strong week. What? 7-8 days?
Yeah, for real.
Feel revitalized?
Come on, you feel chill. You have to be patient around children, so you end up just being patient in general.
How was it this time? What was the difference between last time and this time? Because kids grow up quite quick, right?
These niggas got too much to say now, man.
Serious.
What
Running
do you
off their
mean?
mouth.
I don't want toast and jam. I want toast and Nutella.
What?
When did you learn that sentence, bro?
Wow.
It was so much.
It's
It was-
quick. It's mad how they become like this. It's just adults, and they're just saying shit, and it's just like they're impressing you.
Yeah. With sentences, innit?
Yeah.
And with these lot being Swedish, well, mostly Swedish than English, like it was mad impressive just to see them just stringing sentences together. And sometimes it would be so funny. They would say something in Swedish, and then I'd see Khalifa look at me and go, shake his head, and then say it again
In English.
in
Crazy.
English. And I
That's
was like,
cold.
this is
Sick.
mad.
That's cold though.
Where Zion didn't really care. He said it in Swedish, looked at me like, big man, if you don't understand it, you better learn.
That's your
Yeah.
That's your thing.
That's
not my problem.
Yeah.
Which I was respecting
That
still.
is, hey, that is you in abundance.
To me, innit?
Yeah, that is
It's
you in
terrible.
abundance.
I hate that as well. You get to see your qualities as a human being in your children.
Yeah.
So now I'm just
And then
seeing
you
something.
try and take it. You take bare of it out of
Oh,
it. And
yeah.
it's like, no. You
No.
can't be like that. Because I
can't.
know what that's gonna turn into.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
So
How do
annoying.
you manage that then?
You can't. Like there's a part of me my son's got that I can't. Like even if I tried to remove it, I couldn't.
You sound like
Okay.
you're panicking, guys.
I can't get it out. I can't get bro. He really thinks he's the guy.
Oh, serious?
And I don't know how to get it.
Yes!
I don't know how to get it back. Like, if you
Yes.
see the way this kid walks into school, like he's the wave.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, but look at
And
you
it
though.
pisses me off.
But look at you though.
Because I'm just like, you can't behave like this. You're in year 3, bro.
Big man, it is October about to touch November. You're in shorts. You
And you know
clearly
you
did
can
wrong.
already see where he is in year 10. You can already
Yeah,
see
you
it.
can see,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
see the snippet. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But the thing is,
No
I don't-
GCSEs.
think about it. Some of the kids that I knew that were bad, yeah, either didn't have a dad or had a rude boy dad. There was never like a nice dad, and then your son was a bit, well, not in my school anyway. So with Dan being the confident person he is, when people go, why is the son like that? They'll meet Dan and it will all make sense. Do you know where I'm coming
Yeah,
from?
facts.
Like my boy Khalifa, very cheeky. He's like doing vlogs. He's picking it up like, hey, what? I can show you, bro.
That's what they're doing. Yeah.
Picking up the
Yeah.
phone like, hey, I'm with Papa, I'm playing. And like, what you on, Papa? I was putting on some of the clips and I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
you have to get this from me
Yeah.
because you see me become a different person
Yeah,
when the
yeah.
camera's on.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, you're doing it.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, Papa, TV, Papa, TV. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, put Papa TV. So I'll be on TV and he'll be like, you. Like,
Yeah.
he's
Oh, right.
amazed by all of these things.
Yeah.
And he'll take the phone and start doing it again. So
So sick. It's sick.
I don't get this shit, man.
They're growing. That generation is growing up quick.
And it's scary though, fam.
Quick. Like, as in, they're like adults, bro.
They need slow jams.
They need slow
Right.
jams.
That's the theme.
They need slow jams.
Slow jams can heal it all, bro.
It just
Yeah,
makes
it
you
would
take
slow
your
them
time.
down a little bit.
That's it.
Yeah, it would slow them down a little bit. It will make them. Yeah, it would slow them down a little bit. Yeah, it's mad. It's nuts. You know, like I see little kids, yeah, like pouting and that. You know, when they
I
look at
hate
the
that,
phone
Bro,
and,
listen.
and
see
I'm
my
like,
daughter?
whoa.
My daughter is like scaring me, bro, because she's putting on lipstick, even fake lipstick, the one that's just plastic, Or I see her actually get a real lipstick and put it on, but she's in the mirror like this.
Oh yeah, that's see.
And I'm there
Even
like
the
this.
small. See, it's even those small little things, in it. It's like the point on lipstick is one, but it's the details that they pick up on.
And when they put the foot up when they're taking pictures.
Right.
Like the posture.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't understand it. But
It's
she's
also
becoming a
the
fucking
angle.
girl.
It's also the wrist.
This is bad.
It's the wrist.
Terrible.
Okay, it's one thing doing that, yeah, but this with the wrist.
She ain't had it. She ain't done really selfies like that. I don't think. Like her selfies are still because she's small. Just like you just see the face.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But as in like
Yeah.
when you go to take a picture of her, she'll pose up,
Okay.
and it's just
Does she like twists?
No,
Okay.
she can't do that.
I see enough little kids do
Is
that.
it like-
She can't do that.
No
Yeah.
way, bro.
I see them as
That's
soon
a
as you
face
put a
on.
camera on
But
them.
I even get pissed off with the leg. So this leg does like one leg's planted to the floor. I don't know how girls do it, and then the other one kind of goes like a little bit under the
oh, yeah,
ball
yeah.
of their foot, and they like
Yeah.
they just do like a
I
thing.
said I don't know how girls do it.
Yeah.
Like they just one foot's always as if they're about to run off.
Oh,
You know what it is?
I hear you.
Like,
On your marks, get set. They're at get set in every picture.
It's
Get that get set.
You know what it
fam.
is? That everything that they do is all about angles.
Oh yeah. of course.
Remember, at first, the old traditional, well, the first one that really was creeping in was, let me stand on this side. That was the first one.
Yeah, you
This
pick
is
a
my
side.
good side. I just
Yeah.
want to think, like, what is that? And sometimes that was about their neater eyebrow, apparently.
Oh,
So whichever one was the sharper or the best eyebrow, that was the one that they was, you know, understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Then it became the legs and then this, and then it's the twisting of the thing, the angle. Everything's about angle.
Yeah, they used to love that angle. 'Cause
Yeah.
it would hide any unwanted fat.
Yeah,
All
possibly.
of that
Yeah,
would slim. It slims up the face, gives the jawline.
You're
all of
lying to me. You're doing what I did the other week on HC. You're just lying. Like, because when I meet you, you can't give me. I'm like, well, you're not going
did
to
you
stand
lie
over
about?
here, please.
that. Was you just on there
I was
lying?
do you know what? My aim was to rattle Chuckie, yeah. So at the start of it, I'm like, not even saying I'm lying, and then by the end of it, I'm like, yeah, I'm lying. I'm not lying. Chuckie is rattle. I've never seen Chuckie like that. I've watched it back 15 times at least. I've never
You
seen
know what?
Chuckie
He
that
gets
rattle.
them at I say probably like 4 times of the year.
4 times a day.
yeah. Where he's got
This
you.
one out. Yeah, he's got me.
And the killer is, I knew I got him because even afterwards, Chuckie, he had this sort of energy of, I can't believe Poet just got me.
Yeah.
I felt it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
felt
yeah,
it.
You know, like afterwards, I thought,
Yeah.
oh my god, I just
Of
got
course,
drawn.
of course.
How could you
Yeah,
fall
yeah,
out?
yeah, yeah.
I got drawn.
How could you just
Yeah,
fall
yeah,
for it? For me? Nah, man, I'm not worth it. But I am.
Yeah, man. Honorable
Probably,
shout out to those who got kids. Anyway, you know what? For talking of those who
Oh,
got
before you quickly go off that, do you know
Go on.
one thing? I'm not going to say too much about it. Do you know the one thing I hate seeing in my kids?
Go on.
The things that the other parent has.
Oh shit. Now, can we do that?
No, but it's not like, it doesn't have to
I'm trying
necessarily
to work
be...
out if
How
I
you could do that.
No, you can do
You
it.
can.
Yeah.
Like, for example...
Listen, they'll do it about you.
Yeah, of course they will. Like, not in a...
Yeah, Messi.
You don't have to do it in a venomous way.
Yeah.
So, let me give you an example for me.
Go on.
And this is not a bad thing. I'm sure most people do it. Before they ask me a question, they try and sweep me up. So
Okay.
that's what
Okay.
my ex used to do to me. Khalifa does it. So
Right.
before Khalifa will ask for sweets, he'll walk up to me, I love
give
you,
a hug.
Papa.
Yeah, yeah,
Hug.
yeah.
He'll do all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, he'll just walk up to me like, Papa, sweets. And because he's done that build up, he's getting the sweets now.
Oh, right.
But I only clocked by Thursday.
Oh, so and then Friday you got to drop them back.
No, I clocked. I'm dropping them back on the Tuesday. So I've got them from Monday, and on Thursday I've clocked the pattern. Like, wait a minute,
Yeah,
you don't love me. This is a lie.
Yeah, you're breading me.
You're just bread me.
breading
to-
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause it's too late now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too late now. They've got beer toys.
Yeah. They got it. They got it. They got what they needed.
Oh, he absolutely conned me.
Have you got one?
Do you know what? Not really. You know, honestly, like as far as like personality trait, like they're a bit messy. They're messy.
Right.
My mum's a little bit messy.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you know what it is? He's trying to say it without it being a thing. He's trying to say it so it's not an argument. I hear it now still.
Yeah, it's not. It can't be. I can't argue. I can't argue. You know, I'm not. I don't argue.
She's a bit messy.
It just jars me. Like, but to be fair, I haven't got that much complaints. I'll be honest.
Ain't no complaint.
Like in terms of like personality traits that they would have picked up from her. Nothing yet, but
When they
they're
get a
not
little
done
bit, when they
growing.
get a little bit older,
yeah,
so-
they're not done growing yet.
Yeah, I mean, 3 things happen as they get older, innit? Yeah, you start seeing more of you in them, more of their parents in them too,
Yeah.
and then some of the environment
Yes.
in them. You get
Oh,
what I'm saying?
that's
They
the
start
scariest
start
part.
bringing things into the yard now.
Yeah.
You start saying, "Rah, where'd you get that from?"
Yeah, where do you learn that?
Yeah,
But
where
it
did
started
you learn
already.
that?
It started already.
Okay.
They come home, like, I don't know what it's like in these classrooms now, but they're coming home and they've got new slang. Today this shoots the fastest, then the next day the next shoots the fastest. Like they decide like they can just supercharge up overnight somehow. Yeah? Like they build like little rankings, so I can see like the rankings of like who ranks where in like their class.
Oh shit.
Based on like how they even talk about each other. And then the thing is, they all buck up again on headsets.
Oh right.
Fortnite has changed everything.
So now they're conversing. But then again, we had our equivalent to Fortnite might have been, what was that thing when you were nudging people? MSN.
Yes.
Like, I would remember when I got home, I'm
Yeah, but
switching to
imagine
MSN.
being able, you had to type. We had to type to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
Our
didn't-
thing, like the only way we were shown if like
And to
how
be
cool
f-
we was by like typing with like a 4, a number 4 instead of putting
You're an idiot.
writing FOR.
And you know, like your status.
Yeah.
If certain girls had heart, your name and another heart,
Yeah.
they were like
That's
I
it.
didn't really.
Do you know
have
what
it, to
is
be fair.
mad? I never had like when I left school, most of the people that I spoke to outside of it weren't my school friends.
Yeah, I'd say I'm like 50,
You know what I'm saying?
50. Yeah.
Like it was maybe like my people on my estate or where I lived or whatever. I
That's
chat
the
to them.
problem.
Yeah.
Right there's the problem.
But like from school, actually thinking about it, not much of what happened in school was taken home.
do you know what I think that is? though,
Unless
Chuckie?
it was homework, and I weren't really doing that.
I
I'll be
was the
honest with you.
same. I lived on an estate. So because I had an estate, I had my whole little journey, like a village journey before I get to school.
Yeah.
I noticed bare people lived on roads when I went to the school. So they have never really been in an environment with loads of people, that type of age group. So
Yeah.
that was their first sort of village type of experience.
Yeah.
Where most of the people that I connected with all had man them elsewhere.
Yeah.
Rather than this was just their only set of
Yeah,
friends.
We
Does that
actually
make
didn't all
sense?
go to the. I don't know about you, but we didn't all go to the same school. Like,
Nah,
not
neither
everyone
did
on
we.
my estate went to the same
I was the
school.
only one that
Some
went
had
to
to.
my school.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was the only one.
Some had to
Because I
catch
couldn't go to one
bus.
and
Some
the
would
other.
walk. Some was going in this direction. That.
Yeah.
But after school,
buck
we'd all
up.
just
All
sort of
buck
link
up.
up or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like there was only when I started to proper get into music. Actually, nah. How I even linked up with my brethren in school, like on a music one, was that was all like political anyway. Because remember, my school was just coming out of racism a little
Yeah.
bit. So when we got to a certain age,
was
a
you,
lot of us
Alabama?
were sticking. Huh?
That was-
Nah, listen, bro. Let me tell you something. Yeah?
Anwell.
Them sides
No,
there,
yeah,
they
I went to
got
school
that,
in
it's half and
Norfolk,
half.
brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, see when I see schools, yeah, of like bare black youths and that, I think fucking hell, like
It's crazy, innit?
yeah, like I think,
Yeah.
right, like what must have that been like? We were, when you see like how we the minority in regards to percentages in England,
Yeah.
bro, this is what it was like
You
in my
saw
school.
Mugs' picture, Mugs' school picture, innit?
There was bare white youths, fam.
Oh really? Must went to
there was
what like a
one.
school predominantly white?
Bro, it was like all white and black and white as well somehow.
Oh yeah! It was a black and white, bro! A man went to school with Jeff Hurst. Bobby Charlton was in his class.
Bro.
It's mad.
I couldn't believe the picture.
Brother,
But, yeah, there was one other
old.
black youth, and he was kind of like, I couldn't. You have to see the picture, bro.
It's
I
hilarious.
can't wait
fam.
for you to see the picture.
What, and
It's
this was
the
in
break-
Hackney.
No.
Where
It
did he
can't
go to
be.
school?
I don't know.
Has to be happening.
This is what. Why can't we just make up a lie
Highbury.
here?
He went to school in Highbury.
Why can't we just make up a lie
He
here?
went to school in the 6th.
Yeah, why? Yeah, right.
Why couldn't we have just made up a
Well,
lie?
he went to school at Oxford Street.
Stains. There we go. Stains.
Stains.
That feels
Right.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Feels right.
Alright, is that where Ali G's from?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Ali
Yeah.
G's from Staines.
Right. yeah. He had to travel past my ends to go to school. That is nuts.
The killer is
I
yeah.
went
they-
past Uxbridge.
Marks went to a good school then. 100%. Because I know when I was looking at my school choices, the more black youths was the worst school. I ended up getting D and K. Cause I
heard
think
about
there
that
was
school still.
there might have been about five white youths.
Oh, what in your school?
My school was. Ask anyone about D and K. It was Kingston. It was Peckham. It was Farm. It was
hell.
Tottenham High Road. It was so much black people. It was mad. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And all the, you know what it was? If any white youths came, they were the Cosvins. So the Cosvins came, they went to our school.
Big smoke.
Oh yeah.
They were on big smoke.
Oh, so what the Cosovers
Big-
was there from early on your
Yeah,
side?
Cosvins.
They
were-
started coming to my ends late, and do you know what? I'll tell you something. Yeah, I realised these men were cut from a different cloth when I see them. They were scuffing up some guy. Yeah, and then 2 of them accidentally punched the wall like it was, and they ate the wall like it was nothing. And I thought, nah, this Don is different.
That hurts,
Listen, bro. You know when these man was swinging, you know, like not that,
he missed it,
and he missed it, and he whacked the wall hard, and the other one did it, yeah, and neither of them flinched at all. That was just their thing. I said, these man, different. Can't.
like,
We even
can't
tried
aim
to
for
one
toffee.
time. You know what? This is funny. We tried to roll up on them, yeah, outside. It was a it was a stinker. Listen, everyone. The idea was, yo, boom. When we get there, this is what man's gonna, yo. So we've all got there now and that. Then these man, the Kosovo man, just kind of, they all just stepped out. And then when I looked round, I didn't see my brethren. They're all gone.
Yeah, man. It's
Everyone cut. No one wasn't on that. These man were swingers.
Bro,
You gotta go,
certain
like,
man-
when you go and check them for something, it had to be not a swinging thing. Pause. It had to be a.
That was a bit
had to-
Martinez,
yeah.
but
You had to go there with. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
couldn't just go.
100%.
with
Yes,
just
yeah.
that.
100%.
Them man, their fighting thing is.
and the Polish. One time, Scribs left me, but it was actually my fault. It was me, Scribs, and one thing he was seeing.
That's it, brother. Yeah, man. Respect.
You're gone.
Next time.
I love you, Jody.
Come on.
No,
Wow, damn, that was bad.
that was terrible, man.
That coat's cold, by the way.
His jacket's
Yeah.
too wavy, fam. Arsene Wenger thing.
I don't like it.
What?
You could hear it.
Go on, anyway. Did you watch the Kanye thing?
Of course I did.
Come on, brother.
I didn't.
Didn't you?
No. Fill me in.
I only
What?
didn't watch as much as Poet did. Poet, you watched? Did you watch the whole 3 hours 45?
Yeah, bro.
What?
Loud,
You
yeah.
man watched
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, Kanye West?
Do you know why though?
Exactly. I did an
kids
hour
are
and a
there.
half.
The kids were there, man. So it gave
Well,
me
what was he doing for like all them hours?
That is
getting
long.
drunk off the Douce.
Now, do you know what? Was he even really drinking? Because
What- hold on, what was this, a podcast?
It was a podcast. Drink Champs.
Oh, he was drinking, bro.
Was he? Did you?
was
Because I saw a couple ones where he was like, they were doing the shots and that.
And he tried to not do it. No, do you know? He
That's
was
me
drinking.
though, by the way. I do that enough times.
He was drinking in his own time, but he was smoking weed as well.
Right.
He was doing a lot, man. And on top of that, I think he's a couple of nuggets short of a Happy Meal. So, or he's going through something. So I'm just like, cuz, that's just all the ingredients for a terrible food, boy.
What was your
Terrible
perspective
food.
on it?
That me judging someone that clearly is going through a lot, it kind of says probably more about me than it says about him. If I know someone's going through bare shit, I shouldn't have an expectation that things should be good just because they're a celebrity or just because that they have loads of money or like that says a lot about me. Irrespective of that, what he's saying is fucking wild.
What's he
Like,
saying?
Well, it's the White Lives Matter thing I have a massive issue with because my whole thing is if you stand for something and you want something to change, then everything within what you're doing needs to make sense. So the entry point needs to make sense and then the outcome of what you're trying to achieve needs to make sense. The outcome of what you're trying to achieve needs to make sense, but you see your entry point, it's all confusing. It's very confusing. You can't say White Lives Matter and then say black people come with me because it's just, I don't get it. But if you say Black Lives Matter and then you say everything you're saying off the back of that, we'll all listen to you. Do you know where I'm coming from? But I think he's just worried about his point being commercial rather than worrying about his point being established and something happening from it. It needs to be like, I'm the person that done it and I'm the person that said it. And I don't think it's because he's mad egotistical, which is crazy. I think it's because he's in a lot of fucking pain. And I don't know if anyone's ever been in some real pain before, but you see baby mama drama, because that can make you feel the most alone in your life.
I don't know anything. I don't know enough about Kanye, but
It's crazy.
it looks like. So has he got bipolar?
Probably.
Is it
Yeah.
diagnosed or is it? No, is it? Are we just saying that? Or we don't know?
I watched. You know what? I watched something that was. I watched Craig Mitch's kick game with Dame Dash. It's proper good, by the way. The way that he approached it was so good. But that's what Dame says. Like Dame says to him, has he told you that he's had bipolar? And Mitch is like, well, not me, but he's told the world that. Then he's like, well, if you know that that's what he has, then essentially we should be trying to help him more than trying to just judge him more than anything.
or get
You know?
content from him.
Or right.
Yeah.
That was kind of what he was saying still. So yeah, I think so. Like I can't reference when Kanye has.
I'm sure he said it a
but I'm
couple of
pretty,
times.
yeah,
I think Kim
it's-
might have even said it as well. But
Oh,
like,
yeah, go on anyway,
either way,
sorry.
it looks like he's got stuff going on in his own head. Forget the real world.
Yeah.
It's in his head. He's got mad stuff going on. I've never paid that much attention to Kanye to really care that much about what he says in general. And what he does. I just know he's a sick musician, he's a hell of a businessman, all of that kind of stuff. But I've never really cared for Kanye West like that. But in that same token, I don't judge him as well because it just looks like he's a little bit like in the mud, man.
Do you know what? I know you can't even
What's this?
sometimes. I know you can't even really judge someone just by the way that they look. But for me personally, I looked at him and straight away I'm like, yeah, he's not really in a state. It doesn't seem like he's in a stable place to me.
No, not at all.
But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I think as well, yeah, that like for me, the issue that Kanye will forever have when he does things like that, especially in the mind state that he's in at the time, is that like he will say a lot of things, whether they are true, whether they are right, or whether they're wrong, but he says like these statements without actually fully expanding on the statement too much, and then he just kind of goes off into a next thing. And what that does is that it takes people watch that and they see the statement and they see the little bit of what he's just said, and it sounds so wild. But if you give the proper context in and around it and you actually literally just break it down, then we can have a proper conversation on whether we feel that he's right or wrong or whatever. So for example, even with like the White Lives Matter thing, I don't think there's a justification for me for why he should wear it. But it's always so...
What? He wore a t-shirt?
He's got a t-shirt. Yeah, it was his thing. Yeah. Yeah. But let me just go... Let me just go to that. It's like all of that is done. But the point, wait, just let me just go. I didn't want to lose it, yeah. But the point I'm making is that all of it's done really quickly. So you just see him wearing it, and then he might say it in something mad quick, and he might just give you a 1 or 2 sentences around it and that. Then he's off onto something else, and it's like, but hold on, wait 1 second. This is mad. Like what is that?
There's certain things that you not undefendable, but it's just like. He gave us that. White Lives Matter. He should know when he puts on that t-shirt what kind of conversation that's going to stir up. If he doesn't want us to criticize him, it's very simple. Don't wear the t-shirt.
But then Dan, I say, the guy's clearly mentally ill. So if I ask a drunk man to have a stable conversation, maybe I'm drunk.
I hear it, but do you know what? If he's bipolar, for example, there will be, I'm presuming, times where he's kind of on the ball and then off the ball.
Yeah,
whatever it is. Surely someone's got to get an arm around him. It's cool. If White Lives Matter is what he's really riding for and he don't care about the criticism, then cool. But you can't have it both ways. You can't wear that and then be upset when you get criticised for wearing that.
But
You've done that.
This is exactly, but his whole justification is the fact that the Black Lives Matter movement is not even run by black people, and on top of that is robbing black people.
You can say that without wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt.
Exactly, because I'm saying to you,
it.
the entry point to what you're... It's like, for example, me saying, hey, this is an Arsenal club, and then at the entrance is Tottenham.
Oh wait, unless he's doing
entry.
something that's bigger than us all, is he saying he's the president of the White Lives Matter thing, and finally there's money
that was
going
his
to
whole
the
thing.
black...
His whole thing was he's going to do what black people are doing to us. So that was his whole thing. He's doing the whole flip. Like he's trying to be... So the White Lives Matter thing is going to happen. He's going to sell the t-shirts and then he's going to give all the money to all black people. Like, that's his whole thing. But my whole thing is, irrespective of all of that, you need to be sitting down and paying attention in order for you to know all of that information.
I hear,
It's too introspective.
So for example, that
just,
was me. That in terms of what's just happened here is me. I see him wearing a White Lives Matter and I'm thinking, you're an idiot. But then I just realised now what he's actually doing, and it makes sense.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying. But it's still mad.
Still mad. It's still open
And
to criticism, of course.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
But then there's like, that's just one aspect of it. There's so many different things that he will mention and say, and it's like it's all done in the same type of way.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like where he'll make a statement, and he might talk about it for a little bit. You know, like so for example, like even with the Jewish thing. I know that he's expanded on that a little bit, but he'll say something like, you know, he'll mention the Jewish thing, and then he'll say, yeah, because like this is how the Jews got their money, and then he'll just reference something just very quick, which is very questionable, and then just go over somewhere else, and it's like, nah, bro, if you're gonna say something that is this, you actually have to really expand on this.
Well, if you're talking specifically about that, what he did say was that they were the first individuals to start giving people divorces. Yeah. Which means they would have made a hell of a lot of money. Yeah. On top of that, didn't they get? I can't remember the name of the thing that happened.
Reparations.
Reparations.
Yeah.
So this is the only bad thing that Kanye does. He speaks from a place of privilege, and I don't understand that privilege. So when you say Jewish, you're not saying it as way I'm talking about, because I know some broke people that are Jewish, like, and I know some people that have money that are Jewish. The same way I know some black people that have got money, I know some broke black people. Where he's speaking from is a place of privilege. So I imagine he will know various different black people in different types of the food chain, but because of where you are in your job, you're just probably gonna know rich Jewish people. But he needs to understand not all Jewish people are rich, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, he needs to be very specific of what he's talking about. Because if we're being totally honest, when he speaks about the music industry, he's not lying. I'm not saying like, I'm just saying that happens to loads of young black people. So I'm not going to pretend that's a lie. In this country, I imagine most of the individuals that are signed and doing what they're doing are signed to somebody that happens to be Jewish. I'm not saying this is good. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm saying this is what's happening. Now, off the back of that, if black people are being held back and not being able to create their own type of generational wealth because of the music they're making is being inhibited and controlled by someone that's not from our culture, everyone has every right to be angry. We have every right to be angry. We have every right to be outraged, and we have every right to try and get back what we have got so we can start our own movement as black people. We deserve that right. I just think the spokesperson for it currently, and most of the spokespeople for it, are just very, very, very bad at doing it. So what happens is they're so bad at it, everyone's afraid to touch it because they're afraid that the same thing's going to happen to them. But in actual reality, no disrespect to anybody, and this is not, again, it's not said that everyone, but the individuals responsible for young black artists signing to record labels and fucking them over, they're fucked.
Yeah. I think that the problem that he will have is that when he's having those conversations, he's better off doing one of two things. One, attacking the actual people that are in these jobs. Yeah. And secondly, also doing it with the chest and just mentioning their names and doing that. Because if he just mentions just the Jewish thing, it almost becomes void to a lot of people based off what you just said. The reality is not all Jewish people are rich. So what you're doing is by just mentioning them as just Jewish and just mentioning it as just that and pigeonholing it as just that, then you almost put a target on people's backs that ain't even got nothing to do with that. Everyone else can do it.
Yeah.
He can at least turn around and say, look, in the comments, people are saying whatever they want to say. All I'm saying is, it turns out that they so happen to be Jewish. I'm just letting you know that these are the people that are running the record companies. It's this guy. This was the type of meeting that I had with this Don, and this is what he said to me. And these are the type of conversations that I'm having. Yeah. I think that I think it's good sometimes when you see people in a place of privilege, like arguing or fighting for something that may not, I'm not saying this is with Kanye, but I'm saying may not necessarily affect them in such a way. And the reason why I say that is because they're doing it, sometimes when they're doing it, it comes from a place of like the greater good and not just about them. So it's like, I'm rich and certain things worked out for me and there were certain dots that were connected or whatnot. But now that I'm in these places, I'm starting to hear these certain conversations or whatnot. Fuck the money thing. Like, what is wrong is wrong, what is right is right. And 100. I respect that. Do you understand what I'm 100%. Saying? So, and I think sometimes the person who is in the place of privilege saying it sometimes cuts more deeper because they actually don't even have to say it. Do you get what I'm saying?
100. Yeah.
It's like, if we're just down here, shouting and screaming about certain things, it could easily just be brushed off as, they're just poor and bitter, man. You get what I'm saying? They're just lazy.
But because he's rich and him saying it. And do you know what's so mad, I don't know how much I have a point with this, you lot let me know. But I just think, you see, the generalization is something that happens in our culture far too frequently. Again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, I'm saying it happens. The only thing is when you do it in specific areas, people will begrudge you, but I'm like, it's not the area, it's the trait that's the problem. So I've been in this and they always say police are all this, or Jewish people are all that, or men are all this, or girls are all that. It happens across the board. Yeah. But there are in some places where it happens where everyone goes, oh, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, maybe we shouldn't just do it at all. So therefore it doesn't happen. So therefore, the generalization is the problem. But again, if you've grown up generalizing stuff, then you're not going to know the difference between generalizing
and
this
and
generalizing that.
We've grown up with stereotypes and with stigmas. They build society. Whether you like it or not, you expect certain people to be from a certain culture or from a certain creed or from whatever it is. And it just so happens that the one that sticks to Jewish people is that they are rich and they run the world. There are far worse ones out there.
And the killer is, if that's all people are saying about you, like, it's not as bad as what's being said about black people, for being totally honest. Like, listen, I don't agree with a lot of what Kanye said, but when it came to the music situation, I have to say I agree with a bit of it, man. Especially when he was talking about the fact that you can stereotype black people in any capacity and you're not getting shot off nothing. You can wear Black Lives Matter badges all you want. You can do it all. You can kneel to. You can't kneel no more in football, bro. The amount of racism that happens within football and people are not shut off. John Terry's probably going to be the new Aston Villa manager. Like, this is the reality that we live in as black people. But then I was speaking to Wiley yesterday. He's shut off from everything. And I'm not saying that one's better than the other or one's right, but I'm just saying if something's bad, something's bad. So if I can see something's bad and it happens there and all of a sudden we go, that's how we're going to treat it. Why can't we treat it like that over there? Why is there two different places? And that's when people go, because who holds the power? And then you go, oh, so if that's his house and I say something in his house, he's going to kick me out and make me look like a piece of shit. But my guy, the house that you've built has been built off our culture. So we should have a bit more say in the house is all I think a lot of people are saying.
I think no, because ultimately in these record companies in particular, there isn't really a lot of them. A lot of the major record companies own smaller record companies. Yeah. Essentially, there's only really a few presidents in them. Yeah. And they do all sort of change around. You notice that, innit? Like one moves over here, whatever. Yeah. You know what? As there's not a lot of them, you're better off just saying their name. Say them by name. And say, if you're going to do that, talk about some of the things that they've said or the contracts that they've given up or the things that they have that have happened underneath their control, as opposed to just saying the Jew.
But no, I hear that, guaranteed. I hear that, but that's also snitching.
This is exactly what I was gonna say. We don't have a culture where we don't say names. If we don't say names in this culture, like, you don't. And furthermore, to be honest with you, Kanye is not running by that code, you know. Kanye loves snitching. Oh, that nigga loves snitching. It is though.
I hear that still. But you know what? Are you doing something for the greater good or not? We can't do that. Like, we can't half step.
Yeah, but Chuckie,
you know what I'm saying?
There's too many rules. They're all beginning to overlap.
But Chuckie, we all generalise. Every time we speak about a police officer, we never say his name. We say the police. Because we understand it's something that if I say the police officer's name, it doesn't hit home. If I say police, all of a sudden someone goes, that happened to me in New Zealand, or that happened to me in Jamaica, or that happened to me. We can all use the universal.
If we hate it so much when it happens to us, like what you just said, why don't we just eradicate it all?
Because you need the whole world to do it.
Yeah.
They can't just beat us.
Because Chuckie, we're at the bottom. Like,
we're at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I get what you mean.
We're already here. And you want us to
You're basically saying if it's going to happen, as it's already happening with us, it should happen with everybody.
It should universally either be accepted or unaccepted.
That's what I'm on though. So I'm saying if we're all gonna accept it, then cool. But if some of us are gonna say nah, like we don't like it when it's us, then it can't be. We
was nearer to that 20 years ago when South Park was really in its bag. Yeah? there was nowhere to hide for anyone.
Nowhere.
Not women, not men, not any race, not any culture, not any religion. Anybody could get it.
Do you remember in South Park when they predicted that there was going to be a guy, Macho Man Randy Savage, who becomes woman and becomes the fastest swimmer?
Yeah.
And then look what happened. A man becomes...
Shit!
Like, they show you just the basic traits that... Because honestly, I mean this in the nicest possible way. I know people think I hate. The commercial world, the world we live in, the commercialized is the biggest piece of shit you will ever see, because you'll compromise your morals, you'll compromise your principles. It's one rule for this person, one... Yeah. This is why I love God. I just have to be a Rasta man and love God, because if you all live under that umbrella, it's the same rule for all of us.
And you see, you know what it is? No one has the same rules, unfortunately. It depends. It differentiates from person to person. Yeah. And it's also person to person. You can have two people, but they will use the hammer on the ant.
They will use the hammer on the ant. Yeah! Done?
My fucking
Gareth Bale Champions League final.
My fucking Jenna.
Let me just blow my nose. 1 second.
No one might know the answer to this, yeah? Maybe someone can teach me in the comments or some shit. But like, you see with being bipolar, does it alter your personality, or does it just affect the way that you like deal with things emotionally? Do you understand what I mean when I say that?
I'd imagine it would have to affect your personality because essentially, I can only assume you are two people in one person. In terms of like, you might get this. Depending on what mood I'm in now, you might ask me a question and get this reaction. But if I walked back in 10 minutes and I'm now changed.
Let me ask this though. Is
extreme mood swings?
Okay, so let me ask you. Right. Okay, so this goes to what I was going to say.
It's your
main symptoms of bipolar disorder are episodes of extreme and highs and lows, which can last for several weeks. Do you know what that is? Yeah, you know what that sounds like? I've seen someone like that be on some crazy drugs for like a weekend, and they are just so up and down, depending on. And if it's anything like that, you cannot even get on that person. Can I ask this
though? Yeah.
What you, my brother?
Again, you might not be qualified to answer this, but we could just unpack it a little bit. Does that affect? You see, like when you project something, yeah. If you are high or low, it's gonna depend on like if you're high and you're in a good space or whatever. Someone asks you a question, you might answer it a certain way. If you're low, then it might be different, right? Yeah. But ultimately, is it still rooted in your truth, though?
I'd imagine so. Yeah. All right. Cool. So, for example, Tyson Fury has said that he has bipolar disorder. Yeah, and because of it, you will get different interviews from him all the time on the same subject, but he'll give you. Nah, fuck it, I am fighting this guy. Nah, fuck it, I don't want to fight. No, I'm retired. No, I'm whatever. All of those, I would assume, are his truth. At that moment in time when he says it, that's his truth.
And do you know what? I don't even think those things are bipolar. I could be totally wrong. But I think sometimes when you work within a particular field, yeah, unless you're listening to slow jams, you're rushing. So you have to make a decision right there and then. And you might not even believe it, but because it's how you feel right now, you're like, I'll stick with it. And then 2 weeks later, you're like, I made a rash decision.
Yes.
If you just had Donald Jones playing in the background, you might have said to that person, do you know
Facts.
what? Yeah. I don't really want to make a decision on that right now. But because of the job that we work in, do you know what I'm saying? Like
that sort of answered the question that
do you know what I'm
trying to get into? Because I'm like, ultimately, if people want to say, oh, well, you know, like he's not well, and you can't really judge him by his words, or you can't judge him by his words because he's not well. If it's still rooted in his truth, you're still looking at his truth. He's just articulating it in a way that maybe either we don't like or we may not respect.
Or it might have changed. People change their minds and he might say, no, fuck it, I'm like, this is what it is and this is my reaction. And then tomorrow, it might be like, no, that is what it is. And this is my reaction.
This is not with Kanye, but you see like the change in your mind thing, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, we all do it, but like, of course, and we're all entitled to do it. But ain't it like still, it's a little bit of a cop-out sometimes.
It is a cop-out.
Yeah, but I just changed my mind.
No, but it is a cop-out. But do you know what? Sometimes.
Yeah, but I just changed my mind.
Sometimes, yeah, I think we pretend that is an option. We forget that that's an option. So bare people be like, oh yeah, but I've been thinking about it. Oh no, I don't think actually, And sometimes it is the case of, actually, no, I said that to you yesterday, but I've changed my mind. I don't want to go.
You got to be honest with yourself. We're not skilled in everything. I'm with Dan. I'm not skilled at, for example, humans are not skilled in everything. There'll be certain things that you can ask a human being in a particular area and they can confidently give you an answer. But because we're under pressure, even as men sometimes, to always have the answers, when a man asks you under them circumstances, this is what Dan said. You just believe that I don't know is not an option, or I can change. It's not an option. An option is I need to know. Like, you know what, my niggas? If you don't know, say I don't know. If you want to change your mind, change your damn mind, bro. Like, every day we working to become the best version of ourselves. Why should we know what the answer is at 25, 35? My dad's 72. He still don't have the fucking answers, man.
It's all about that is all about context, though, isn't it? Because it's like, in one context, it's like, you might answer something and whatnot, and then the next day you could change your mind that same day.
I think that's anything. But I think
sometimes, of course, you know, like you project something and you project it in a certain way with certain moods and anger and this, that, and the fourth and whatever, and you provoke a whole thing, and
but
then the next day you just say, oh, no, but I just changed my mind.
I do
it's
that.
Like, you can do that.
I do that.
Of course you could do that.
It's wrong.
Right. No, all I'm saying is this is a cop-out.
No, it's just, I'm not in it. And do you know what? Sometimes I refuse to make myself feel unhappy for whatever reason today. Okay. Like, certain days I have to grit and bear it. And rare. But other days I might just be like, do you know what? I feel rude enough to tell you that I've changed my mind.
I feel rude enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because sometimes, how many things have you said, all right, cool, I'm going to do this. You commit to doing something or saying something or being somewhere. And then by the time that day comes around, you don't want to go no more.
No, but I hear you, but you are
don't
taking
wanna,
it away
It
from
is, but I'm saying it's the same principle. You don't want to go. So
Now,
where certain
where you
days,
applying it to?
depending on what mood you're in, you might grit and bear it and you'll be like, I'm going to go. Like, I'm gonna do it. And there's other days, you'll call that off.
What are you applying it to? Because I agree with what Dan's saying.
No, I agree with that.
So what
I'm
are you
applying it to like a situation where,
Make it
for example,
specific.
make it specific.
Yeah, so then I can go, all right, cool, fair
Okay,
enough.
let's just say for example, Kanye went on Drink Champs.
Yeah.
He said a whole bunch of wild stuff,
Yeah.
and then just the next day just said, I just changed my mind.
No, but he went on.
I know
But he
what he
did
went
though.
and did, but I'm just
He went and apologised.
No, I know.
So he
Well,
done
he
what you said.
kind of did and he didn't. Still,
He kind of did.
kinda did,
Yeah,
he
I
did.
hear you.
but I'm just saying in general. Like again, I'm not even talking specifically about Kanye West. I'm just
in
giving an
general.
example. You know when you just said,
you say
you know when you
something,
just said like we was talking about like how you project things
But
all the
that's
time,
opinions.
and you say, oh, you just change your
So
mind.
you talk about opinions.
I'm like, but I'm like,
Okay.
it's the way that you express the opinion.
Yeah.
The way that you are provoking emotion within doing it. Yeah. With so much chest, bringing up so much things that have so much vim in it. To just the next day say,
It's
the
a
vim.
cop-out.
It's
I
the
just
vim.
changed
It's
my
the
mind.
vim. It's the
It's the
vim.
vim,
Right.
But people do change their minds.
of course they do.
Like, but it usually takes a bit longer than 24 hours to do it. But I think
I
Like,
rate the
yeah.
man that takes 24
Yeah.
hours. I feel like he listened to slow jams right after. It's like, wait a minute.
Exactly. But okay, see with Nore, yeah. What did he do wrong? If he
Nothing.
did anything wrong.
Nothing. Some people need to accept, yeah, a mistake isn't always bad. Sometimes a mistake is a learning process that you had to go through at some point in order for you to know how to move going forward. Like this job that Nori's got and this job that we've all got that people seem to think they know everything about is a new job. Being a presenter online is a new job. It's not like back in the day where you have people giving you loads of different advice and media practicing. None of that exists. This is a new job. So part of this new job, part of this protocol is you have to make mistakes. No one is exempt. So when people go, oh my God, this is wrong. Well, if it's wrong, you're basically saying it shouldn't have happened. Because if it doesn't happen, he does it later on down the line. I'm saying to you, Kanye West is responsible for Kanye West's behavior. Noriega is doing his best to get the best out of Kanye West. He's not trying to offend anybody or anything like that. It's on his platform, so him taking responsibility for it is the same thing that myself and you would do if we disrespected someone off the platform or something like that. We'll take responsibility for it publicly. Yeah. Fair enough, but I wouldn't, when people are, because I imagine you're speaking about when people are pressing Noriega, I think that's fucking out of order.
Why are they pressing him?
They're pressing him because they feel like he enabled the conversation. And I'm just saying, half the people saying it probably work in the industry. You don't need to dance a yard.
What don't people like about the conversation?
Okay, I think one of the main things that people didn't like about the conversation was that he said so much things that were problematic without being challenged on them. And I think with Nore, yeah, I actually understood what Nore was doing. And this is one of the reasons why I can't criticize him, because I think essentially what he's saying is that, okay, he probably doesn't believe in the people being silenced thing, first things first. Secondly, Kanye is of our culture. Thirdly, which is most importantly, they have a private relationship. They have a friendship. Yeah. They know each other. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's probably thinking to himself in this moment, also bearing in mind he might not even necessarily know how the bipolar thing works either. Because remember, when you're dealing with someone who's bipolar, sometimes you can't even always work out like what state
you gotta
of
work
mind
out
they're
what
in or
version
whatever.
of they are.
So if we just have
right,
and how you're dealing with me sounds cool. Now, with what Nore does, from my perspective, is predominantly 99.9% of the time he's talking to people within rap music, that played whatever type of parts within that culture, yeah. And so he's allowing them to just tell their story or tell their truth or give their perspective and whatnot. Now, there's certain people in there that are there that he's like very engaged with. He knows a lot about because he's got personal relationships with them or whatever else. And then there's other people in there that it's like he probably likes them, but he's doing it more so for like, one, they're part of the culture, but two, there's so many fans that want to hear their perspective. I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to guide the conversation. Now him and Kanye's already sat down before. He's thinking to himself at this point, oh, you know what? Kanye, something's going on with him, whatever. He wants to tell his side of the story or whatnot. I'm just going to allow him to do that. Now, with all due respect to Nore, this is not a criticism, but like, to me, when it comes to like certain things outside of rap music, he doesn't seem the smartest person. He's just trying to just engage on information. If something feels good, then he'll just sit back and listen to it. If it doesn't feel good, maybe later on he might ask a couple of questions or whatnot. But he don't really know. Like when Kanye said something about like the Chinese or whatever, yeah. Nore just looked. He just looked and he said, Chinese niggas got something to do with this? And then like everyone kind of laughed sort of thing. But I understood that for him it was like, he's just giving me some information.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're sitting in the room and the man them's just giving off the thing or whatnot. You're just kicking back, smoking your thing and just say, right, my man just saying, and I'm just giving him the floor. However, I think maybe on a platform like that, when you're saying certain things, even if you don't necessarily know, it might do you a little bit of favors by asking more questions.
Challenge
to see,
it a little bit more.
Even just to see how much they actually really know about that.
Do you know what I'm saying? One thing though?
How, why, when, why?
I think everyone's gone crazy.
Yeah.
You see when Messi runs past Boateng and Boateng falls on the floor and then Messi scores, you don't give a lecture to Boateng afterwards. You see when Ronaldo, the R9, goes to Old Trafford and scores a hat-trick, you don't go to the goalkeeper, you should have saved one of those shots. You see when Kanye West goes mad, there's not much anybody in and around it can do. Like even, who's the white don, the Egypt?
EFN.
The guy who supports Arsenal as well. And he had an interview with Kanye West the other day. What's his name again?
Oh, Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan. He couldn't even stop Kanye West. So my thing is this. I don't think people should be trying to police the situation, talking about what. No, there are some things you just cannot stop. Loads of people have not stopped Kanye West from doing this for years.
In fact, has anyone
stopped him? So how the hell are we now getting on Noriega for not doing something that nobody's done?
It's like trying to get
silly, bro.
Someone to stop Howlers.
And you know what? And you know the killer is as well. The amount of times I can give you where Noriega drafted in this guy that used to look after Wu-Tang, I can't remember what his name was, a Jewish individual, and saying the amount of times Kanye West tried to talk and you said, one sec, let me just finish. Let me tell you what I feel. It happened, but do you know what the problem is? It's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And you see all the clips of Kanye going mad. It doesn't involve Noriega doing that. What Noriega done was, it was smart. Let off all your steam, and at the end of the conversation, let me calm you down and tell you what I feel.
It's his.
That made sense,
it's his
bro.
Thing. Let him do what he wants.
When everyone's getting on Noriega, I'm just like, you lot, none of you lot could have done anything else in that argument to stop Kanye West or what have you. Like no one could have done anything. And the people are saying, why he shouldn't have done it. But now everyone has all that information. We know how to solve the problem if you want to. But without that interview even happening, we're not even aware of so much information that needs to be resolved, or maybe Kanye can get extra help now. We learned from that Kanye and Diddy are opening up a bank. Like there are other stuff to address, bro. Like I don't want to just go and look at it and go, half empty.
No. But there's one thing I just want to pick you up on though, yeah? Is when you said that when someone's going mad, did you mean it in the sense of like his mental state at the time? Yeah?
No, I mean everything. When he's going in a tangent and all of that.
I get it. But for me, it's like, if with what I just said, I've got a certain relationship with someone or whatever, and I'm just dealing with them in the way that they deal with me. Then they sit down, and again, how I think and how, I'm not saying that everyone needs to think the same way or whatnot, but if in this moment I feel like, oh wait, hold on, am I getting them at a time where they're having a bit of an episode, then I'm probably not going to challenge them. But do you know what I'm probably not going to do though? I'm just probably not even going to pull it out.
So that's what I was thinking. Surely there was super.
I'm probably just going to
everyone had edited.
Or what I would probably do is I'd probably ring you, or I'd ring Benny, or I'd ring whoever, and I'd say like, have a look at this and tell me what you think of this.
Now, Chuckie, you would probably do that because your practice within the years of doing this has been what it's been. Noriega on the Breakfast Club the very next day told you the procedure of what he's been doing. It hasn't changed. So now this situation's manifested. Now that his procedure can change so that situation doesn't happen again. 100%. So my thing is, this had to happen.
100%.
It had to happen. Whether
100%.
people want to call it wrong or right, like I said, we're from an industry where Noriega is not even a...
But surely somebody should have, like, it's a big enough flipping platform. Somebody has to make sure...
But it's not Noriega, he's the presenter. He's the presenter.
Yeah, but
the first
whether it's... As in someone on Kanye's side, I would have thought... would be like, that can't go out until
No. His thing don't run like that.
His thing don't run like that. Kanye's by himself.
I'm talking to people behind him who look after him.
His thing don't run like that. You gotta understand.
Kanye's
as far as Kanye, and Kanye says as well, he's on a thing of, don't cut nothing out and stop, because he did something with someone else and they didn't put it out.
Yeah, he got
so
mad.
yeah, his thing is not on that. Like, but
This thing is not. I'm saying this. I
yeah.
mean,
I don't know. I mean, look,
And
like,
the thing is, he's been silent. So when you silence someone, I'll tell you one
Kanye
thing.
has been challenged, by the way.
Yeah.
Like Charlemagne challenged him, but Charlemagne just had a howler that time.
Well, then it wasn't a good enough challenge.
Yeah,
My thing is,
But he
that
would still
he's been
challenge him,
stopped.
and that would be good.
But like I said, everyone plays different roles in it. I'm not
Exactly.
gonna ask someone to. I'm not gonna ask David Beckham to take on 7 man and then cross the ball in. I just look. I believe what people show me nowadays.
Yeah.
If that is the type of person that you are, I'm not gonna go. You should do this and you should do that. It's gonna take away from the reasons I actually like you.
Yeah.
That was
No,
probably
absolutely.
the wrong guest at the wrong time for that show.
100%.
But the actual show itself is incredible. Don't change the way you are. I always say one thing. My dad always said it to me as well. It's so sad that we live in a world where in which the worst thing will change you, but the best thing won't. So it's like the worst examples of life are molding you, but when the best examples in life should mold you. You should meet a woman, you love her so much, you commit and you do good things. No, you meet a woman, she's bad, so you change, now you're bad. It's like, my brother, Noriega, do what you're doing. Kanye had a stinker, let's take him out, get him right. Noriega, you crack on.
Yeah, you
Don't-
just carry on doing the same thing.
crack on.
Yeah.
I do understand. I definitely understand the aspect of the consumer watching and just feeling frustrated when you hear someone say something and no one in the room is saying anything. But I understand that that's not the position that Nore plays, and I also understand too that the reality is as much as millions of people watch Noriega's thing, when you have someone like Kanye sitting there, that's a whole. You're
audience.
dealing with so much more.
Yeah.
So you're having a lot more people that are like watching this saying, right, I don't even know too. I know who this guy or whatever is, but I don't really watch this too much because I only really like watching the people that I'm into. And I'm seeing this guy sitting here saying bet, and every man's just smoking a spliff and not saying nothing. I could see why some people would feel some type of way.
Do you know what
about
I'll say to them? Do you know what I'll say to them? If culturally you don't understand it, don't be frustrated. Go find out. Because I'm going to go and watch something in another culture and go, what? For example, if you didn't know nothing about football, and you're a proper Rasta man, and you go and watch man smack each other's bum, you're gonna start thinking, go and get involved in that kind of football
you're-
and understand these things happen at the game, man.
No,
One
do
to
you know
them,
what?
chill out.
That is
this.
good. But you know what? That is perfect. But do you know what the
Do you know where I'm
problem is?
coming from? Like,
But
don't
do you know what it is?
It
That
could
is
be right, it could
perfect.
be wrong. But I'm just saying, go
Yeah,
find
you're right.
out what's going on.
You're right, but do you know what the thing is though? There are people that are fully embedded within the culture that have that same opinion.
No,
So
but
then what happens then?
Then don't be upset if Noriega. Just take it out on Kanye.
I don't think that they really were though.
then
I
I'm
think
not
it's
talking
just.
about
I
them.
think it's just
I'm
more.
not talking about them then.
I think it's just more. Sometimes when you see somebody saying these type of things,
Yeah.
you do want to hear a question. You want to hear a why.
I don't think everyone watched the 3 hours. The Don literally at the end of it said to Kanye,
Absolutely.
off the back of everything he had said, he said, get it all off your chest and then I'll tell you what I feel. He got it all off his chest, and then even I can't remember the Don that's with Noriega. He was challenging him, bro, saying certain things to him. Nah, Kanye, you can't mean this, and giving him facts and figures. But this is after he spoke for like an hour and a half.
This is
so I
when,
got
you
it.
can also understand though that like it's cool, but 3 hours 45 minutes into it doing it then naturally you know how this thing works.
Yeah.
It's like unfortunately
That's just the way it is. Yeah, I hear you.
no one ain't getting that bit because
Yeah.
if you say this thing in the beginning,
Yeah.
that is sometimes the bit where some people end up just switching off. Right, look, I just heard him say, all right, cool, I'm just switching off or whatever. Not everyone is the super fan who goes to the 3 hour
Yeah.
45. And then unfortunately, the internet takes it and then does what it needs to do with it. Do you know what I'm saying?
And that's
then
what's so mad, because
that's
the
the
most
problem.
popular
We
opinion
know
on the
that.
internet is from a child. So
We
that
know
means
that.
that if everyone's sharing a child's opinion, you need to grow up. Just pay attention to details the way you're meant to pay attention to details. Then you
Bro,
can-
I hear you, but there's no
annoying
point getting
people,
frustrated
man.
with that
You're right,
because
yeah.
that's
People
just
are just
the
annoying,
way
bro.
that this thing works.
No, I know
if you're
it's the
having
way it works.
if you're having a 3 hour 45-minute conversation,
You better
and then
get all
right
the
at
good
the
stuff
end,
out at the beginning.
you want to
That's-
start. That's just the way that it is.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
1.5
saying?
million views in 18 hours, yeah.
Right.
And I can't lie to you, there was some negative stuff Kanye West said. But this is what I'll say to everybody on the net and everybody that's watching it. The guy doesn't seem like he's well. So if you're going to address some of the points that actually help you, to me, you're a idiot. Massive idiot. Because there were things that he was saying, irrespective of the negative things that were said, that we can all agree that can't be said. But some of the things he spoke about that are happening in record labels,
Yeah.
you're still gonna go to work the next day and smile up with everyone. That's what I know. You're gonna smile
If you do that
Egypt,
I mean, you know me, I love a long form conversation. I watch hella podcasts, I listen to hella audios of things or whatever. I think you condense that into a shorter space of time, then I think more people
would have got it.
combat. Yeah, and what they'll do is they'll combat. Yeah, he did say that. Still, he did, but he did also say this.
Yeah.
Kanye
But
West
there's
needs
a
someone
lot
to
of
produce
the
him.
average people just don't. What they will just not. it would be interesting to look at the analytics. Yeah, there was 1.4 million people in a day. How many of what percentage got to the last bit?
Not many.
Right.
Not many, man.
So if you do the challenging right at the end, then the guy who's going to fight the corner is only poet.
But you know what? That's like me watching 3 episodes of a 10-part series and then saying I know the whole thing. Like, I think you're the idiot. Like, I genuinely, no matter what you tell me, I think you're the idiot. How you told me about Jeffrey Dahmer, you watched 3 episodes. Big man, watch all 10 and then tell me about Jeffrey Dahmer. Then watch the thing
But you know
after.
what the thing is though? Jeffrey Dahmer, still in the first episode, had the black don in the yard doing a certain type of thing.
Twerking.
So it's like, yeah, I hear I didn't get to the end, but at the beginning, this is what I saw.
I don't know who he is and what this is.
Right. You ain't seen Dahmer.
Well, I don't know how you lot managed to find time to do everything.
Do you know what? Pause. Someone left a comment and said, I know these lot didn't watch it. I'm talking to you. You are a fucking idiot.
Have you got a straw?
An idiot. They said that we're speaking about it.
Have you got a
You're
straw?
going to tell them to do something mad.
Where-
They're an idiot.
lucky
Oh, I
you
know
have
these
a
lot
straw,
ain't
innit?
got the time to watch it. There's 24 hours in a day. I find 7 to sleep. And guess what? I'm going to find 3 to have a good time. If that's not what you want to do, then you change your life. It's got nothing to do with me about...
Dan, you know what it is? See, for me,
Idiot.
I don't actually watch a lot. I actually don't even
But
watch a lot.
yeah,
I,
But Jeffrey Dahmer?
I just find the one or two things that I find, and then I just watch that. But when it comes to talking about series, doc, like when it comes to films and all these type of things, the reality is I'm not even the guy for it.
But there will be
you
something
tell me
you
one or
watch.
two things.
Do you watch football?
Yes.
Do you watch boxing?
Yes.
So you find the time to watch something?
Yeah.
We all find time to watch stuff.
They do
I
pay.
bet that
They
person
do
at home
pay his
watches
bills
these
as well,
things.
though.
That's just the way our life's set up, though.
Have you got Howlers, my brother?
You know what, my brother, yeah?
Go on.
Some of the Howlers this week really, really broke my heart, fam. Like, proper broke my heart. Because I don't really understand what the hell's going on. So I'm hoping that you lot can give me a bit more help, fam. The first one happens to probably be in America. That's where everything crazy happens. And it's about a young lady that thought that she was an iPhone. And I say she thinks she's an iPhone because she had 23 contacts in her eye.
What?
Why do you have so much contacts inside of you? What are you?
Oh, I just get it.
What's wrong with you? Take a look at this.
Is in her mid-70s.
One. Fuck, why? Why, Dan?
After the doctor ruled out debris or a scratch on the cornea, she used another medical device. That's when she spotted the edges of a dark purple blob of contact lenses in the deep pockets of the patient's
She's a
eyelid.
fucking idiot.
So next thing I know, I'm pulling on this blob, and it's like a deck of cards. Basically, these contact lenses, they're very thin and they're very smooth. So over time, they just kind of created this kind of like a pancake of contacts, and they're all
Oh my
congealed.
god.
But once I started going at them with a Q-tip, it was kind of like dealing a deck of cards. They were just all coming out, one after the other.
Brother, she just put contacts inside there, lost them, and just put another one. What the hell is this?
That is fucking
What the hell
dumb.
is this?
That is fucking dumb.
Her eyes come like Stranger Things. The other world has got bare things, got bare pictures just getting missing. In the other world, the back of her head.
Don't your,
Idiot.
like, see when you sleep, yeah, don't your eyeball go up a little bit? Ain't that one of the reasons why they told you to not sleep with that?
Oh, is it? I don't know. I don't wear contacts. I'm not on it. I will
Do you know how
contacts on.
fucking dangerous that is, bro?
Brother.
Bro, do you know what kind of animal you have to be, yeah? To know you've lost some in your eye and to put more in.
I'm gonna tell you this now. Underneath her bed is nasty. She's one of them ones.
Yes.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Every time she just lose something underneath there, she just leaves it.
Yeah.
Someone tells me the web of
Yeah.
her fingers is always dry.
Yeah.
She doesn't pay attention to details.
Facts.
Dirty
Yeah,
fingernails. Let me see those. Yeah, come on, fam. Man hands. Respect it. So I don't understand what this girl's doing.
Nasty.
It just, to me, it doesn't feel right.
Nasty.
It doesn't feel right.
She don't wash her knickers properly. One of them gal. You understand what I'm saying?
There's a lot of girls that don't wash their knickers properly. A lot of them go Dubai and they get pissed on. If they're not getting pissed on, they're pissing on people now. There's a lady called Sophia Arista. She's a singer.
Oh my god.
I would like to show Dan
Have you
what she
seen
done
it?
on stage in 2001.
I've seen it.
Why would it,
I'm very confused about the man. The person on the floor is rattling me big time.
what kind of fan have you got to be to do that?
Super
The
fan.
shocking Gigi alien style moment happened during the night of a Rockville 2000.
Did he have his mouth open?
I hope not. Reportedly complained several times about during her set about how she badly wanted to urinate and later asked a volunteer. A willing fan came up and got absolute
absolute
pissed
guys.
in the face.
I'm not gonna lie, man. We gotta start kink shaming. I'm gonna
Aye.
start talking about that soon.
What is wrong with these people, man?
I don't think you're allowed to do it, are you?
Watch me. Don't worry about that. I'll tell you what. Don't worry about that. I'm coming back here. Anyway.
So yeah, this whole getting pissed on thing, cuz unless you're
That's
crazy,
crazy.
that's
That is bonkers.
Even the gal receiving
Man, know
money
me, I'm
for
a
it.
demon. But that's
That's a big one.
Come on, man.
I'm not
This
gonna
one,
lie. That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Urination.
It's crazy.
Do you know how much things come out of the... Anyway, I'm just saying, on stage in front of bare people is wild. That's what you do in your home.
Now, I think even
Cool.
then it's wild.
No, I think.
violence.
Do you know what? I think on stage is less wild than in my home. What? I'm just gonna piss on my carpet, on my sheets, and stink up my place.
Well, usually
No,
it happens
no,
in the
bath.
bath.
You two. You see you lot. You see. You lot are fucking nasty. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, but you know what? We're finished. We're finished. Hey, is that you? Are you done? Are you
I got one
that?
more. Hey, that's disgusting, bro. Also, look, yeah.
You lot are something else. Go on. Go, next one.
Listen, activists, yeah, I get it. Like, I get it, innit? I really, really get it. But there's a couple things that have happened where you're trying to prove your point, and I think it stinks. You want a plant-based future, so you go to the supermarket and just throw all the milk on the floor. Like, what's wrong with you fucking people, bro?
You know, it's that.
They're dashing the milk on the floor because they want a plant-based future.
Bad PR.
Bad PR. It's bad PR. Just like
PR.
the young ladies throwing tomato soup at the painting. Like, what is wrong with you lot?
It's their version of violence.
It's their version of violence.
Listen, man.
That's all it is. It's their version of violence.
Do you know what? I
It
don't know.
stinks for me, though,
know what?
brother.
We need
It
to
proper
just-
stinks.
We just need to. I'm gonna just keep saying it. I think we just need to start. Either one of two things are gonna happen, or need to happen. Either we need to start the world over again. It needs to end, and we need to start it again, or we have to just enforce people listening to slow jams. It has
I'm
to
on
just
that.
be one of the two, because right now we're just in shit street.
Yeah.
We're just in
It's
shit
so,
street.
man. We're in a relegation battle, bro.
100%.
44 days for Liz Truss.
Bro, it's
Her
horrible.
surname doesn't
I
make
heard
sense.
she gets a lifetime thing as well.
Lifetime what?
You know, all prime ministers get a lifetime salary. So like, as long as you're
Is
the
it?
prime minister, you get paid. I think it's 115 grand a year forever.
For what?
Where?
So every prime minister, every new prime minister that comes in gets it's a salary for life.
What?
Sweet, serious.
Is that presidential as well?
I'm not
Google
sure
that.
what it is in America.
So let me get this
Yeah,
straight.
Google it.
The moment you become
Go
prime
back on
minister,
over,
for the
please.
rest of your life, you're paid.
Yeah,
So it's like royalty.
yeah. It's literally
Are you-
prime.
Google that
I
before
have,
we
to,
go.
I have to Google this. This
Prime
is
minister
mad.
salary for life.
That's nuts. I didn't know that.
I'm trying to get
See,
prime.
so
I
that's
want prime
another
minister.
reason why they're trying to do it then. Because I'm like, I know some of them are doing it for ego. And secondly, it might be for that.
I rate that then.
What,
What the first thing? Does a prime minister get salary for life?
Yeah. After leaving office, 115 a year.
What's the source
What?
though? What's the source? What does it say?
Can claim up to 100. It's
What's the source?
hitc.com. There's bare, bro.
Oh shit.
Evening Standard.
Mad.
The Evening Standard, yeah.
So that I think everyone's
Ooh,
going to
they're
have
asking.
uproar about will Liz Truss qualify.
Get
for
that.
it.
Yeah,
It's only
yeah,
the
yeah.
44
Surely
days.
there's got to be
But 100, imagine that. You don't have to work.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
That's
it.
all right, you know.
Well, you don't have. It depends though, because remember, one of the big conversations right now is inflation. So yeah, that's all well and good, but if we don't
115 a
stabilize,
year.
if we don't stabilize the country, then yeah, I mean 150.
I just
115
want
a year.
115 to
Inflation.
do nothing, to sit
Yeah,
down
I
now.
hear that. I hear that.
Because
The
you've
thing,
worked there before.
actually, this is where I'm mixing it up though. It is no more than enough, but you know people. That much time and money means you're broke.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
100. It depends on.
Yes.
That much time and money means
Yeah,
Depends
yeah,
on
yeah.
how you, it depends on how
Yeah,
you
if
live.
you don't work for that, you're finished.
Right. That's true.
because you haven't even earned it, so
Yeah.
you don't even
Yeah.
you don't even go, boy, I worked so hard
Yeah.
for that money. It's just it
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. In
But
fact,
you
it's
know,
gone- it's gone
she
within
probably
6
comes
months.
from privilege anyway, though, and probably got a good inheritance that she's still there in the bank and all. Them, you know how them things work, man.
Trust me,
Listen,
man.
anyway, thanks for listening. Is there anything anyone needs to know about quickly?
There was something, I really want to tell everyone, but I just can't remember.
Geordie, no, he's not out
Geordie,
yet.
yeah.
He's not out yet. He's not out yet.
Well, he's Vibra
Aloyo
coming back.
kind of dropped an album today, which is good.
Did he?
Yeah. Suspect dropped something randomly today. He didn't even announce it. He dropped something today, music wise.
There was
Do you know what I like actually? Yeah, Crafted I got this at the documentary that we went to.
Let me see.
This is like a little. They gave them to everyone. There was like a bunch of them. Like I went and checked them. Crafted. Bunch of like.
Oh.
Yeah. Honorable shout out to Crafted. They're on Instagram. Got a bunch of these different little jewelry, little pieces and that.
Oh, they're cool
Got
still.
what they do
I know who
too.
they're talking about still.
But yeah, all right, boom. Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah, love.